right. Ooh, some connectivity issues. Kilobytes per second, testing. How's that? Can we get more stable? Experimenting here. Controls. 60 frames per second. That might be the problem. That might be the issue. Might have to face facts and acknowledge that on my sad little machine we can only handle might only be able to handle 30 frames per second. I'll try to do that. I'll put audio bitrate blah 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 blah. Video. Yeah, it's going real bad. It's going real rough. Can I change you to 60, from 60 to set a limit on you. Settings. Snap sensitivity. System tray, preview, multi-view, stream, services, Twitch, server, nothing particular, general. Oh boy. Okay, well, I guess all I can do is hope for the best. Seems to be running pretty stable now, so it's a plus. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new and exciting first ever stream of The Sinking City. Also my first ever on my new OBS stream setup. So we'll see how this whole thing works. Audio appears to be peaking a bit. Closing it on peaking. But we seem to be running stable now. When I first got up and running, it was looking a little rough around the edges there. If there's anybody watching, could you please text me or chat at me? Like, you go ahead and chat at me and just say, hey, you can hear me, you can hear the game, that sort of thing. Let's see. Boop, boop, ba-doop, 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 boop, boop. This is again all rather brand new. Oh, look, Indigo Ray is here, and I have right over here. I have a chat window. So it's like I'm looking right at you. It's terrifying, isn't it? I set up the camera right next to. I put chat on an iPad, and so I can actually, like, when I'm reading chat, it almost looks like I'm talking to you. That's the goal. Can you hear me? Am I clear? Am I too loud? Am I peaking? Is the game too loud? I am open to all feedback. Start a new game here. Yes, I would like to do that. And we'll load up. The thing I'm going to do is hop on to... Good, I'm glad it sounds alright. I'm going to hop onto a website that I never use anymore to let the people who still do know or like to use that that I am doing the thing. Check out The Sinking City on my Twitch stream. dot dot dot. If you're cool enough, that'll catch them. It's clickbait at its best. And then HTTP. Let's just go with the Twitch. Don't you autocorrect it? .com/narcloft. And then, yeah, now it's posted and ready. I think everybody is going to be very, very clear on how good all of this is. Is it too dark? Am I too dark? So you continue. I'm like peering out of a dark recess. Oh, I'm spookily lit in there. I might need a face light or something. Jesus! I didn't need that. Oh man, I need some drugs. The dreams are back. Oh, laudanum, sweet laudanum. Oh, I'm out. Oh, crap. Hey, I used to serve on a diving team. My guys! Guess I was the only survivor. Good. Now desperately try to choke out all of your oxygen. Don't let the lizards crawl out of your mouth. Out of body situation. That's always a good indicator. Everything's going really, really well. Oh, usually boats don't float under the water. And then when you're under the water, you usually don't encounter towering octopus monsters. But when you do, consider leaping just right off of that whole sitch, because it's just not worth it. Ugh. Whoa. Consistent frame rate. Everything appears to be running according to the plan. I'm actually going to add another face light here. Consider that. Alright. Let's see here. Are you ready for the dizzying camera angles of the sinking city? Dear Mr. Charles Reed, as you requested, I have researched the outbursts of hysteria and visions in the city of Oakmont, Massachusetts. Turns out that your assumptions were correct. Such cases are indeed more frequent here. Men and women from across the country are drawn to Oakmont, haunted by visions similar to yours. A city drowning, the presence of something great, yet unknown. As luck has it, I believe we have stumbled upon the source of your ailment, and the person who might help you with it. Prepare yourself, then come to Oakmont as soon as you can. I will meet you here to help you on your way. Cordially, Johannes Vanderberg. Well, I'll need my gun if I'm talking to one of those Swedes. No, he's Dutch. Never mind. Hey.
Hope I never have to use it, but something tells me I will.
I got a feeling you're right, Mr. Reed. Grab me a folding camera, do some searching. Skulking about in here. I got some coil springs. Ooh, hey, let's take ourselves a nice little picture of this squid thing. Ah! Christ! Alright, well, I've encountered the single worst enemy in the game. The flash on that camera.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Agreed. Alright, I've collected all the evidence this room has to offer me. Hey there, friend, how you doing?
Now get out!
Oh. Well. Cordial, aren't they? Who's this weirdo?
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What
hey.
a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
I can't help but to notice that when I talk, my voice matches.
At
and
your
when you
service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
it's just a little off.
Much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me your Highness.
Johannes.
But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour.
Surely
though
not.
it is its most important.
How so?
You said you know someone who can help me with my
Problem?
The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is
Man, I
not
shouldn't,
uncommon here in
consume this
Oakmont.
much.
By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton. is
Ah,
already-
Throgmorton.
He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
Whatever could you mean? Who is this Robert
How can I
Throgmorton?
find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
What do you mean?
Can you tell me a little about Mr. Throgmorton?
A remarkable creature, scion of a robust bloodline, a philanthropist, a scholar, and the patron of the famous Oakmont University. A man of great ambitions and even greater ego. Do not make him wait.
Very well, I should probably go. No, I'll stand here and talk to you for a while.
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the
Yes.
tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
The
Tell me
flood.
about this flood.
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you know?
Yeah, that's what I came here for. Nice
What's in that?
suit.
Eye-catching suit.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. A mere flood is no excuse for one to abandon one's style.
I take it you're a big
Sure
fan of
words,
yellow.
my friend.
Well, I have a particular weakness for it. Call it a personal quirk.
Sure. It's at this point that I should mention that there is a character in the Cthulhu universe known as the King in Yellow. I suspect this guy to be him.
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here.
He may not be
Any
entirely human.
recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Charming.
Don't
Yeah, that
judge a
sounds like
book
a
by
great
its
place.
cover, Mr. Reed.
The Devil's Reef. How do I get there?
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
Fantastisk.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
What else?
Places. Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper, places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular, its ways mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
That's fair. At the risk of drawing this out even further, what's your deal?
How do you fill your days, Mr. Vanderberg?
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia, gathering seeds of thought like moths drawn to a flame.
Does Oakmont
So
really
this
have
crummy
much
beat-ass
market for philosophy these days?
Seaport
There
has
is
a
no
lot of
consciousness
philosophers.
of pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
Interesting thought.
Well, that's it for now, I think.
See ya.
Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No, no. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
How very cryptic.
We'll meet again, Mr. Reed.
Alright, well, let's take a look at that there map. Charon. The ship. was named after the man who carries you to the realm of the dead. That's a plus. I guess this is where I want to go, so let's focus focus on player. Compass mark is R3. I would like to go there, please. Yes. So I think that will do. Oh, God! Can't believe I stepped in that. I'm gonna have to scrub my boots for weeks. Hey, boss, how's it go? Oh, I see. You're, occupied. Wander around. Oh, hey, this must be Mr. Throgmorton and his crew.
I don't care.
Mr. Throgmorton, it's nice to meet a man of your...
No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is fine.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
Yeah, but first, I've gotta ask.
Question, but
what's your deal?
I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain royal family, which has blessed all our offspring with these exquisite features.
Proud and powerful blood also flows through the veins of the mountain gorilla.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Your son
Complete
also
malarkey.
half ape?
I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my words.
Innsmouthers?
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But
Why did the
now,
police burn Innsmouth to
those
the ground?
filthy migrants occupy half this damned city.
Filthy migrants?
Port,
Jesus.
Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the Shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Looking for an honest place to make a home?
They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
That's very Lovecraftian of you.
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouth-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
Admittedly, that was in poor taste. I should probably have asked about your son.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Let's just say I have
You have a point, newcomer.
dark perspective into everything because of weird visions from my head. I tried to talk to you about them, but
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in.
Does fitting in involve having sex with gorillas?
Blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
Okay, cool. So I don't have to sleep with any primates. This is what you're telling me.
I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was
in the
found
background,
on shore in a lifeboat.
hard
His
week
fishermen
it looks
supposedly
like.
brought him to the house.
Good
Then
lord.
left to call me. But when I arrived
He never
here,
blinks, he's spacing
my
out,
son
staring at
was
that
nowhere
umbrella.
to be
Jesus.
seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
Yeah, okay. Where's the
You
lifeboat?
mentioned a lifeboat. Is it still around?
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
And the fisherman's house?
Where's the house where this all happened?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. We're standing right in front of it.
Well, that's fair. I'll be...
As much as I'm enjoying the weather,
I'll be going.
Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
So here's the deal. Under ordinary circumstances, I would say that starting off your game with a series of prolonged conversations is not the best choice for an interactive video game. However, this whole game is about detective work and investigation, so it's pretty much as appropriate as it's going to get. God, is that a giant octopus tentacle coming out of the trash? You people are just fine with this. Alright. Ugh! What is that? What is that? What's its dead shark doing it? And it's with some sort of a naked mole rat and oh no. No, that will not do. No. I hate it. Oh, Jesus, no! Don't... Ah! It's got tentacles coming out of its mouth and it... Yeah. Alright, yeah, oh, God, no. Nope. Getting right the hell out of there. Hey, what's your deal? You look...
I've said everything I know.
Yep, okay. How about you?
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your hands where I can see them.
Fair enough. You're the man with a gun. Nice mutton chops, though. I just walk into a door to open it. Let's try it again. Nice and slow. Alright, cool. What's in here?
Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed.
As well it should. A dog should be treated highly. What do we got? We got... rummage through people's stuff and take... Ooh, they've been taking drugs. There's some, I love how I just steal shit. Or private investigator. The law doesn't apply to me, but I help the law. Spooky.
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
It's funny because those two seem antithetical to each other, but... Alright. Ew! God, this whole town's gonna be full of that, I can tell. Fish guts. They've been cutting up them fishies here. Ooh, they've been hanging up the herbs to dry. Lots of garlic, lots of thyme, some parsley, some sage, a little rosemary. Bathtub full of dead octopi. It's actually dead octopedes. Octopi is combining Greek and Latin. What's going on, copper?
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
You got a weird, gawkish look to you, don't you? This fellow over here is just losing his shit.
Hello?
Hey there.
Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my head. What? Who are you? Are you police? I've already told them everything.
It's okay.
I'm not
I'm
police.
Charles Reed, private eye.
I'm Charles Reed.
Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his
Nothing
son.
to look at.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
Yellow connection level. It's going through fluctuations. We're doing a lot of this. I'm gonna need a light in here or something. This just looks dumb. Doesn't it? It's too dark. It's too dark. I'm gonna fix it. Hang on a second. Overform. Yeah, I think that's a bit of an improvement. It'll have to do. So, what's your deal?
Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will. Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood.
Why is the Innsmouther the only
I
one with
worked
the
on
last
the
name?
railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was at or starve.
Fair. You any good at it?
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis, we were here. This is our house. Barry was outside on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son.
Business.
He was unconscious.
You're
Barely
gonna need to be
breathing.
clearer with me, Will.
Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Don't you hold anything back.
We put the guy in Lewis's room. And he started to make these horrible sounds and... Okay. My head began to burst. And he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing. Just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me...
Voice called you.
That sounds familiar.
It's a weird thing to call you. Who's Kay?
Who is this K you keep mentioning?
Outsider, show some respect. K is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry,
You mean the Christ?
where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. K be with him.
Paul's on the floor?
Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea where Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
What happened to Paul?
Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. K, have mercy on his soul.
I gotta
I'll
go.
leave you to it. Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or, K, did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will.
I hope
The police will
not. You seem
stop
like a
anyone
nice guy.
coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream.
Understandably so. I think it's a little weird that you said Paul's over there. Paul's clearly over here, but I'm gonna go ahead and chalk that up to the confusion. Hey, dude, no, don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. Just like go lie down or something. All right? Paul, you're looking a little rough around the edges.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella.
Oh,
He
that
was
dropped my
beaten to a
sanity
pulp.
meter a bit. Oh boy. Oh boy, I'm seeing things. Yeah, nobody likes looking at dead bodies, I guess. Wow, that was trippy as hell. What's this?
Choo choo.
Okay. It's one way to live your life. Rags, this whole place looks like a goddamn disaster. What's this? Looks like a dartboard.
I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here.
Oh, it is a dartboard, and they've been throwing knives at it. Cool.
5 cards short of a full house.
That's a lot more cards than you want to be sure. Ooh, pretty.
Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work.
Interesting stuff.
Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much.
Not much. What's this? The Master of the Jungle? Jack Collins. What's this? Oh.
So that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
Like a fish. What's this? My spidey sense is tingling. Anybody call for a web slinger? What am I doing here? Can I open this? Press that button. My mind! It's opening up! Ah!
Grenna, Nehri, Grenna, Gebheil, Nugulina.
Well, that's some stuff right there. Oh man, that meant the world around me. Go back out here. So you took him in here, put him to bed. He hovered over the bed for a while. It's not usually conducive to sleep, but okay. What am I doing? I need to go have a look through the dark world here. I gotta be missing something. Oh, right.
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
It's fair. Now it looks like we enter the past.
What's happening?
Okay, so he freaked you out by hovering over the bed.
Take this, ape face.
He stumbled out of here and killed the dude. You shot at him.
Yeah, run!
Okay,
Threw
let's see what
bureau
we have
out of the
here.
way. Possibly dove out the window. I think it started in here. Moved on to here.
Take this, ape face.
To here.
Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
Oh, what it... Okay. Key evidence has been collected. What's this?
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
Yep. All evidence here has been collected. Let's go to the Mine Palace. Throgmorton Innsmouther feud. Sudden psychotic outbreak. Albert fled when wounded. Okay, well, Albert returned unstable. Albert attacked the fisherman. Albert Throgmorton was dangerous and posed a threat to Lewis Flynn and his fellow fishermen. Seems reasonable. There's a Throgmorton Innsmouther feud. Lewis shot without warning. Probably didn't like Throgmortons. As an Innsmouther, Lewis and his people suffered at the hands of the Throgmortons. That could be a reason to hate him. Could be. Albeit not a great one. Albert returned unstable. Sudden psychotic outbreak. So his being crazy made them crazy? Or had some sort of psychic influence on them. He came back floating. That's not a thing that should happen. I could imagine that would spread. One fisherman is missing. Albert fled when wounded. But I can follow. Alright. Jump out the window. Land right here. By his dad. We can track him, but first, I'd like to know about the scene of his arrival.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
Hey, folks. Just staring off into that ocean, huh?
Do you like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it. No one leaves Oakmont nowadays.
Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business.
Well, maybe you should get better at catching mackerels. Yeah.
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
Weirding up my sanity meter pretty bad. What about my sixth sense? Nothing.
Something with it.
Alright, well, that didn't serve much of a purpose. What about this? I hope someone finds this. My name is Albert Throgmorton, and this is my will. I want to warn you. Don't go to the depths below Oakmont. There's unreadable. We should have never done that. Everything should have remained in that cave. Professor Unreadable, I fear what will become of me. It's singing in my brain. Dancing on my eyelids every time I close my eyes. Unreadable. The cycle goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Unreadable. In the end, it comes. I must warn everyone. I must tell my father Unreadable. I mean, I must tell my father. Unreadable. He's here! Okay. Go ahead and hand that off to Daddy. He's going to want that. Yep, get stuck on a couple little rocks. Makes sense. What's in here? Anything? Oh, that's right. This is the part of the game that does not reward exploration at all. What's going on, Soup? I found your son's will.
Mr. Throgmorton, I found this in the lifeboat.
I think he might be dead.
Looks like it's your son's will.
Give it to me. Oh, my boy, what did you get yourself into? If only I hadn't sent you on that cursed expedition.
Yes, it's turning out to seem like that might have been a bad idea. There you go. Alright, gotta turn on the old dark sense. Ah! He ran. And ran. And ran. And walked. And crouched. And... shell cases.
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots.
So he kept running. Dazed and a bit weird, he climbed.
Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong.
Lucky we're not wounded. Let's go ahead and hop in here. Where'd you go, Albert? Oh, I'm starting to lose my shit. Alright, you went in here. Oh boy. This whole room is just a pleasure, isn't it?
There's something in the pocket.
Something in the pocket, alright. Lewis, please, just give me one more week. I know I owe you. but I'm underwater like everyone else right now. I don't yet have enough stock to operate the bar smoothly with the fuzz snooping about the port. But don't worry, I've struck a nice deal with the proper people, and should have a steady supply channel soon. Just one more week and I'll return everything with double interest. Peter. I gotta stop using the old dark sense because it's wigging me out something fierce. Oh, what's that? Who's there? Searchable container. Grab some junk. Okay. I don't want to go in that basement. I don't want it. Gunpowder and alcohol. Two most important things you can find. Can I go out this door? Alright, I'll go in the basement. But I don't have to like it. Alright, well, it's fairly clear where this guy ended up. I mean, blood, 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 blood. And then...
The door won't budge.
Well, yeah, see, that's it right there.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
This was no boating accident. What the hell? Come on out here if you want to. Hey, you're just gonna stay in there? Coward. What are you, behind the door? I blocked you right through it. That's how physics works, right? A lot of hands, a lot of spiky arms, a lot of kind of face hugger reminiscent stuff going on there. Oh, one of them dead back here. People have been around doing stuff and things. Oh, God. Pieces of whale meat? Ugh. Alright, I'll go in the mine palace. Albert was murdered. Albert Throgmorton didn't commit suicide. He was murdered. Let's have a look in here. Okay. Lewis left the crime scene. Albert fled when wounded. Lewis pursued Albert. Lewis may have wanted to kill Albert outright because he was a Throgmorton rather than just drive him off. That's possible. Lewis left the crime scene. Albert was murdered. No, that's not a strong connection. You're right. I could do better. Bar owner is indebted to Lewis. Lewis, the Innsmouth that killed Albert Throgmorton, may be hiding at the bar in Oakmont Port. Possibly. Possibly. Will Hammond. Photo of a trophy plate. Yeah, it was creepy. Trophy plate with a strange fish. Looks like very lifelike. Ugh. Agreed. Listen, Albert, you're a weird ape man, but you didn't deserve this. I'm gonna see if I can find who done it. Let's go find the bar. Should I let his dad know? Now let's finish this thing. Where's the bar? Trust the Gordon's fishermen to make out with the fish. We're done without that image. Under the keel bar. Hey, man.
Oh, yeah. Hey, got a spare bullet, fella?
I
ain't eaten in days.
don't really want to think about what you do with a spare bullet. I'm gonna... Who's that? Hey, what's going on over here, creep?
You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
What about you? I don't care what old Billy thinks. Hey, guys.
Stay alert. Monsters lurk underground.
Why are
They're
you talking
everywhere.
with your mouth in a bottle like that? That's weird.
Ugh, I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
Folks say he just stands there playing all day with his eyes wide open. That's some coat. Hot damn. Look at all that. A plaid floor-length coat. Ooh, that is stuff. That's something special right there. Hey, buddy, do you talk?
Don't do that again.
And what if I do? What then? Yeah? How'd you open that door without touching it? You freak?
Hey, knock it off.
Alright. Yeah, maybe one more. For good measure. I didn't care for me very much.
Welcome to Under the Keel.
Wow, you
what
got
do you want?
kind of a lot of weird, like, flaps and stuff going on, don't you? Listen, I've seen some unsettling creatures around.
I've seen some unsettling creatures around. Like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea. Others that they are caves.
He's one of the first characters.
And
one of the first characters you encounter.
If it bleeds, you
the
can
skin
kill
sticking through the shirt there.
Handy. And if you want to erase
Nobody
the
at
memory,
any point during
I
playtesting
sell
noticed
the
that.
perfect cure right
Well,
here.
like, I understand, like, later in the game.
Better to be a coward and live.
It's just
than
it's
brave
right at the
and
beginning.
dead. Unless you're a newcomer.
Listen, I need to find Lewis Flynn. Where's he at?
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah. Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
Who says I'm a newcomer? Maybe I'm a fancy man.
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, I found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son
You
of
want to be
Robert.
involved in any of
So,
that?
seems Lewis is in trouble. Might have even come here to hide. But you hand him over, and he won't be back to collect what you owe. Get me?
Rock. That would explain the blood. Fine.
Oh, you knew.
Gets me out of this mess. You can have him.
So?
He's upstairs. Here's the key.
He's upstairs taking a
I got a
bath.
promise to deal with him once and for all. But save the shooting for outside, huh?
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day. Bye.
Bye. The bartender's key. Ooh, a titillating picture of a lady pulling off her stockings. This woman appears to be, well, just sitting there. She's not really doing anything titillating at all. I mean, I get the one in the center. I get the one on the right who's clearly putting her hand on her boob, but this lady's just chilling there. You guys just get off on whatever, don't you? Bunch of creepy sailor purrs. Hey, what's up with you sitting in the fish guts? How's that working out for you?
What the? Get the... Oh.
About as well as I expected. That's fine. Yeah, that's some floor right there. Go on here.
Hey, who are you?
Holy
What
fuck!
are you doing?
Charles Reed, private investigator.
I already knew what he looked
Mr.
like.
Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Ugh. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm
Is he one of the
down.
crazy 88s?
I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
Haven't you? But you killed Albert.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no
that
idea
story
what happened, though.
doesn't
I
really work
suspected
well
it had
as a
something to
defense,
do with
huh?
that ape. Turns out, I was right.
Yeah, it had something to do with the ape in that you shot him? Yes. What? Oh boy, let's go ahead and ask.
What kind of... why do you... your face, it's,
Very tactful.
Oh, so you're here to attack me just because I look different to you? Wanna spit on me, whisper to your friends? What's new?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouther's bodies were blessed by the sea. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it.
Blessed, huh?
We are proud of who we are.
You know, my guy kind of looks a little Innsmouthy too. He's got them sad, droopy eyes.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will.
Do you have multiple rows
Barry
of
gone
teeth?
to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold.
You do.
Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us.
Multiple rows of teeth.
After
That's
that,
wild.
Can't remember a thing.
You sure have a pretty mouth. I gotta say, dude,
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
see, that sounds like motive.
One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
Well, I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
You just said that you would like to... You're really not helping yourself
You
here.
mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
Why are they gone?
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
I'll think about it.
This is not exactly cut and dry. I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
Yeah, I have no interest in your bullets.
You think you're the first person to offer me a bribe?
Please, Mr. Reed.
Don't try my patience further, Mr. Flynn.
Phenomenal facial animations on these guys, I gotta say, but, spooky, though. Creepy looking. So let's see, Lewis was aware of his actions. She definitely did it on purpose, or Lewis was mentally affected and couldn't entirely control his actions. I'm gonna go with that, because it seems like he was deranged. I mean, I think he would have liked to have hurt him, but I don't know if he would have killed him.
Please, I told you the truth, I swear.
Yes, but you're eating a dinner of blood sausage and some sort of blurry meat. So how much can you be trusted? In fact, how much can anyone be trusted? Cool radio. Ooh, another naughty picture. Wow, it looks like Helena Bonham Carter. Where did you, how'd you get in this game? Listen, I will let you go, but on one condition. I have to take your picture. Yes. Again. More. I will have more of these faces. Come to me, my sweet. Oh, God! Alright. Let's go talk to Throgmorton. He's not going to be happy. Play on, you wacky fella. What's this? Well, yes. Okay. I had already exited the under the keel bar, but that's fine. Hey, listen, I know your son's dead and I found his murderer, but I really need to talk to you about these strange
Mr.
creatures.
I've encountered something.
What? I don't have all day.
Some unusual creatures. And they sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately not immune to gunfire.
Yeah,
I beat it to death with a
Try to
shovel.
avoid them when possible. And when you can't, keep your weapons handy.
Oh yeah, and also I
Mr.
found your murderer.
Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
Oh no.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
I've tracked down your son's murderer.
Where?
Come along with me to the basement.
Who
I'll show
is
you.
he?
He's strung up on some nice fish hooks for you. The murderer is dead.
I tracked the murderer down, but he was attacked by those things prowling the back alleys. And they tore him apart. It was that Innsmouther fisherman, Lewis. He was covered in your son's blood.
See,
That
well,
may
why'd I have to
attracted
name
the
him then?
beasts.
Are
If he ever
you
sees it
certain
again.
the body is his?
I thought you
Beyond
were
any
dead.
doubt. All that's left of him is a heap of flesh and this scrap of cloth. It's from his jacket. Just ask his friends.
Alas, this was my revenge to exact, not some wild beast's. Something must be done about those pests. Still, justice has been served. This isn't closure, but at least I know now the story.
Justice.
Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes,
Got an E.
you've earned it.
Vicodin?
Okay, to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
Well, I keep having these weird visions. No, I'm investigating the insanity stuff.
I'm looking into an outbreak of
I'm
bad
not
behavior
crazy.
and madness. All linked to shared visions of this place.
Everything's fine.
Indeed. Then our goals align. This inexplicable hysteria has spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore
After
recent
or
geological
for a long
activity
time
that may
preceding?
be responsible.
Why a geological expedition?
A geological
Maybe
expedition.
a psychiatric one, but
I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
interesting theory.
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster.
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
That's fair. Did you find any link? Any discoveries so far?
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
Your upper lip is fascinating. Imagine the mustache you could grow.
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust,
It's a complete space case.
comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
Yes.
If I'm going to look into this,
Yes, indeed.
I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throckmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man.
I've come to kind
I
of like
funded
this
the
guy.
research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
And about the money?
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
I can only imagine. I say, did you just provide me with a revolver? Oh, yeah. That's good stuff. Not a whole lot of ammo, though. I suppose it's time for me to progress out of this area and into the next. Ah! Get away from me, you horrible little rat monster! Oh, God! It's like an insect burst out of the chest of a rat. No, it is! It is! I'm slowing down time. No, it's a cat! Oh my god. Oh my god, it burst out of a cat. That's the worst thing I've ever seen. Or one of them, at least. Dear sweet mother of God. Ugh. Wretched. Hey, how's old Billy doing?
You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
Yeah, you have. I talked to you a couple minutes ago. Frick. Let's go for a walk on the old train track, shall we? Oop. 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 My mind. Another out-of-body experience. Time to trip balls again. Has anybody got any laudanum? Oh, the American flag, it just blew away. Oh, I've been hit by a can of soup. Who threw that? Watch out for the boards, dude. Dude, watch out for the boards. Oh, boy. Whatever that is, it's a big old mouth. Well, I guess that was, it's something, all right. 60%. Alright. Unpack my stuff.
Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers.
My Diary, Part 1. I'll have to read this like I'm Greg House. I don't know what exactly sank the USS Cyclops. Only remember the screams of the metal creaking, water filling the deck, and my headache, the worst I've ever had. I found myself among the floating seaweed, drowning. A nearby piece of boat helped me survive and reach the shore of a small island. They found me on it later, starving, half mad, and babbling about the ancient ruins and their denizens. The officials said none of what I thought I'd seen was real, but my memories are true. My strange powers gained after that ordeal prove it. I found something horrible on that island, something old and dark and slithering, and it still haunts me. A nice little history. I thought there was a creature in the bedroom. This is curtains. It's curtains blowing in the wind. Wind which shouldn't be coming from a clearly shut window with no cracks or anything in it. But hey, whatever. What's this? All that we see or seem is just a dream within a dream.
Never again, they say.
Let's go. Oh, hey. Let's go ahead and switch from. Oh, look, I look less weary somehow, and the color of my jacket changes slightly. Odd. Let's go with Unburdened Traveler. Tincture of opium soothes all ailments, add to any spirits or tonic.
No matter how much of this I chug down, the visions always return.
Yeah, ain't that a damn shame. What lovely accommodations. What's this? Mr. Reed, it seems that you overexerted yourself while conducting the investigation for Mr. Throgmorton. Forgive me for the audacity, but I brought you to the Devil's Reef while you were unconscious. Please take more care of yourself in the future. I won't be there for you every time, Your Highness. What's this? Mr. Reed, you were the rare example of a man who treated one of my kind humanly, and I feel I have to repay the debt to you. Take this as a friendly piece of advice. Run. Save your life and leave this rock city to the depths. Don't dig into its secrets, for they are not worth it. There's nothing good left here. I believe you can find a way to escape. Please, heed my words. Lewis Flynn. Alright. Got all that. I'll just go ahead and rifle through this old trunk. Nothing. Alright. Whee! Oh, this is a fun room. This is a lovely room of death. A lot of Ace Ventura references. I boarded up the windows and locked the door. They're just men, the Yellow King's gang. They can't get here now. Now there's only me. Me and these nightmares. A little longer and I'll figure them out. Reading a whole lot of spooky stuff and covering your room and a bunch of creepy artifacts. Whoever lives here, interesting man. What's this? Mr. Archer, I've seen you dragging things into your room. Mind the floors. I'll make you pay for any scratches you leave. Your landlord.
The door won't
budge. Let's The thing to be concerned about is not the dragging things into your room. It's the scuffs on the floor. Nothing. 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 None of these. One of these. Gods. That's a handsome boy right there. Certainly someone who deserves... Oh, that's a grand chair. Anything in here? Nope. Anything in here? Nope. Anything in here? Why, it's a room. Almost identical to mine. So the lighthouse is out. Several ships have gotten lost at sea, and some are now decorating the city's beaches. That's one thing, but now there's an enterprising fellow at the city port hiring salvages to recover ships. He's turning a tidy profit from selling them. Can't be coincidence. Need to look into it. Now, if only this city wasn't so impossible to navigate. Yeah, I'll give you that. That's creepy. What's this? Whee! Gunpowder. And a book with a yellow dragon on the cover. A yellow Asiatic dragon. Of Eastern origins or extraction, to be sure.
Finally, you're awake. Gotta tell you though, mister, you want to stay on here, you stop making all that noise.
Are you an Innsmouther? What noise?
Noise? What noise are you talking about?
I expect my guests to be respectable. Moans, chanting, all that kind of thing. It stops, all right?
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do anything.
Got any proof it was me? It could have been one of my neighbors. I slept like a rock. I didn't hear a thing.
Pfft, that's exactly what a newcomer would say. Your neighbors are respectable people and would never do such a thing. Don't think your yellow-clad patron means you get away with everything.
You're not exactly friendly with your guests. Are we the ones keeping you in business?
All these newcomers after the flood, they're stark raving mad.
What do you mean?
You can't imagine the crazy notes and books I find after they move out. Only thing they're good for is lighting the kitchen stove.
Can I have a look?
I knew it. I tell you, no one sane would be interested. And you want to take a look? Well, fine. Take what you wish.
I kind of love your voice, boss. Pack of notes. From behind. Voices from the pipes. Mirrors. Disgusting exaltation. Lone child. Forlorn woman. Well, let's have a look. Letters from Oakmont. Duh, this is good stream content right here. This city, no matter how badly the flood damaged it, has an unnatural appeal. I can't stop myself from walking, even if it means being struck by further visions. I went to the eastern part of the Salvation Harbor. Near the crossing of Fitz-O'Callahan Street and Old Church Road it came. The feelings of loneliness and fear was immense. The feeling of loneliness and fear was immense. I was a woman, locked in a room, infected and slowly rotting. My body turned into something. It itched badly, and my face. I had to hold the skin with both hands to prevent it from growing until I suffocated. I ended up sitting on the road, crying until some Innsmouther kicked me and ordered me away. Gee, that's a big old crab you got on your roof there. I would love to read all those notes. I am a lore guy, but this is a live stream. I don't want to catch any fish in here. Well, that sort of thing just won't fly. What's this? More letters? My dear Victor, how is Oakmont treating you? Should you require any support, the Blackwoods will be happy to help you. I've arranged for that. Regarding your question, I don't know where Robert went. Sadly, only that he did not stay in Innsmouth. Perhaps there is hope he didn't perish in that cursed raid. Take good care of the hotel, please. Plenty of our relatives were interested in the property, but you're still my favorite nephew. I know the Devil's Reef is in good hands. Kind regards, Aunt Portia. Delightful. What a lovely woman. Sneak up behind you.
I'm
Ha-ha!
watching you, newcomer.
That's weird, because I'm behind you. I don't know how you're doing that. Creep. Better. Walter! Kay help you if you're peddling your cheap, affordable living again. I could live with you renting out beast-ridden flop houses, but you're cutting into my profit. Don't make that mistake. I know you're on the fish market, and I have dangerous people living here that I can send after you. You've been warned, Vic. Yeah, pretty clear warning. I have dangerous people I could send after you. I don't think I'd want to piss off Vic. I mean, unless he's just a colossal blowhard who talks tough. Ooh, that's a big one. Darren, I think I'm finally starting to figure this out. Locals use signs to mark special places. That you know already. Kinda like the secret signs hobos use all over the country. What I learned is that the tradition dates back to times well before the flood. I've been able to find out the meaning of some of them. You've seen the crooked H-shaped sign on the doors around town? That means that the house is inhabited. The crosshatch grid signs marks hidden caches of useful items. The V-shaped sign is for barricaded, dangerous places. Good catch there, they say. Still haven't figured out the spiral-shaped sign, though. You'll have to investigate for yourself. And if you see a sign with a cross and 3 Ks, reach for the gun. K. Just the one. Just the 1 K. Not 3. Here I am in scenic Devil's Reef. From the depths. What a lovely part of town. There we go. It's a fast travel location unlocked. No place else though, so... Alright. Let's go ahead and take a look at our next possible stop. Oakmont Police Department, the Oakmont Chronicle, Oakmont University Library, Throgmorton Manor, Hospital of St. Mary. All seems a bit early, doesn't it? What else have I got? Throgmorton Manor. What's this? Devil's Reef? Devil's... Yeah, I got that. Okay, I got that. That's the hotel. It's the Chronicle. Where is the University Library? City Hall. Throgmorton Manor. Well, I need to go to Lost at Sea. Expedition Headquarters. Well, let's place that on the map. I don't know where it is. It's northern cover site at the crossroad of Ashore Road and Hubert Ave. Ashore Road and Hubert Ave. Okay. Ashore Road, Hubert Ave. Well, there we go. I guess that's where I want to be. And we'll make that the focal point. So I want to go into the drink, do I? Alrighty. Infested area. I don't want to go in there. Excuse me, sir. Sir?
Almighty will punish the wretched by sending terrors unnamed creeping from the abyss below. Atone for your deeds.
Okay, did that, huh? Alright. What's your deal, fella? Look like you're gonna be sick. What What the hell kind of jacket is that? What are you? Are you the Wrinkle Man? Are you a man made of pure wrinkles? That's wild. It's a bold look. I'll give you that. Diner. Oh, thank God I'm hungry. Can't go in there. What about here? Can't go in there either. God, that whole area is just covered in goo, huh? Covered in goo. Chip. Hey. What are you? What's your deal? You got like a weird... What are you? What the... Good golly. Okay, yeah, a lot of interesting patrons in this city. Patrons? Citizens. Citizens was what I was looking for. A sweet boulder. I appreciate that. There's that H. Cool illustration. Can I take a picture of that? Ah. Seeing as how there's no other place around the place, I reckon this must be the place, I reckon. Footprint on the door.
Guess I don't need the key.
Yeah, kind of been kicked in. Well, let's have a look around. Divers with the bends can suffer from numerous symptoms, including pain, impaired movement, nausea, vomiting, and disorientation. Acute symptoms can occur within 10 minutes of surfacing and include paralysis, numbness, blindness, deafness, dizziness, seizures, confusion, or words coming out all weird. That's a technical term, huh? The paralysis and numbness can involve several different parts of the body at the same time. Be careful when diving.
Someone smashed it beyond repair.
Oh, that's a bummer. Would have liked to have had a listen to that weird phonograph machine they had going there. This looks like a trench along the region. Interesting artifacts on the desks. A hat. A suitcase. Wow, is that a sea mine? You just got sea mines? Sure, why not? Keep a sea mine or two around. Good measure. A lot of cool stuff here. Hey, I'm getting that weird tingly feeling. What the crap? What the shit? What the? There's a... Okay. I'm gonna load the guns. Just in case. Spooky monsters down here. Hey, hey, hey! Don't you try to shoot me! Yeah. Jumped at that statue. Okay. So there was a guy down here with a gun. Undesirable, I would say. Was he alone? That's a hell of a statue.
Guess this helmet's beyond repair.
Guess so. What's in here? Shell casings, coil springs. It's like just about everything around here they've destroyed. They wrecked the place up real good. Oh, we got 2 more revolver shells, so I guess I'll go with the handgun. What else? Anybody else in here? According to our data, the places with paranormal activity have a strong, previously unidentified influence on the human mind. We have prepared a list of solutions, including meditative practices and a supply of sedatives to prevent cases of madness among the expedition members. I highly recommend discarding all those charms, amulets, and religious symbols which are of no use, and applying these scientifically valid methods of protection instead. H. Doe. That's fair. I got a whole tank full of eels. Pretty. The Oakmont University Department of Anthropology welcomes the newest addition to its ranks, Professor Harriet Doe. Her brilliant discoveries about the origin of Inuit tribes have added a new page to the history book of humanity. Now, Professor Doe will embark on a new expedition to hopefully shed light on the source of the flood, and in doing so, shed light on what may yet be to come? That seems like a dumb... In what context? That's not a very good... What on earth?
These samples glitter in a weird way. I wonder where they came from.
L. Sullivan and B. Morgan, local fishermen, report numerous large bubbles and an unbearable stench rising from the bottom of the sea. A sample of a weird substance floating in the ocean from J. Harley. He claims he found it among numerous dead and strangely deformed fish. The fish were taken for analysis. Several locals mention a rock that rose from the seabed, making the fog shine in different colors. The witnesses felt sick and dizzy for 2 or 3 days after the incident. L.P. Stern got severe burns after chiseling off a part of the rock in his basement. Samples taken for analysis. And this vial here appears to be somewhere between quantum states. I got nothing from that, except for a bunch of soup cans that I got nailed in the face with. Alright. A lot of eels in there. No, nothing to see, I guess. What about in here? Anything? I got nothing for... What the... Hello? Hello? Yes. Oh, yeah, I worked that one out on my own. We're going down here. Oh, okay. What do you got for me, birds? What's this? The following must be Grimhaven Bay no later than Friday. Mark 5 diving suits, 6 air tanks and pumps, 4 canned foods, 18 crates, personal belongings, 6 crates with research equipment, 7 crates, air pipes, 24, phone station and wires, 1 power generator, 1 responsible for Okay. Blew my mind. Oh. Letters. They were burning letters in here. They burned the evidence. As much of it as they could find. What else? Anything? Huh. This guy's here. The Mine Palace cargo manifest. The cargo manifest was taken to the Grimhaven Bay. Alright. Suffered visions. Interesting. Those will come in handy later. Correspondence, a crumpled letter, documents, dangers of diving, blah, 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 okay. Oh, looks like I've got some entering the other worlds to do. There's things to be seen and known here.
Grab the papers. Smash the rest.
Okay. They grabbed the papers.
We don't have time to pick it. Stand back.
Smash the door.
I fatah me fe I regach I dagon.
Did he use mysterious powers to make the wall appear as though it were real?
Burn it all. Make sure you get the adverts.
Time to figure this out.
Okay. So they kicked in the door. Came in.
We don't have time to pick it. Stand back.
Burned as much as they could.
Grab the papers. Smash the rest.
Performed a bizarre ritual to make it look like there was a wall here.
I fatah me fe I regach
Everything they could
I.
Burn it all. Make sure you get the adverts.
Several men broke into the expedition headquarters. What they didn't smash, they burned. The archives, even the newspapers.
Okay. So in my mind palace, I know that the documents have been burned. The expedition archive is lost, but I still have clues to follow up on. They left the city on a freighter from Grimhaven Bay. There might be recent posting or ads about the freighter, the Oakmont Chronicle. Fabulous. Well, then I guess I need to pay a visit to the Oakmont Chronicle. Wherever the hell that might be. Meanwhile, I'm still tripping balls. Oakmont Chronicle. Market. And here we go. Nobody here is looking great, I gotta say. Everybody's looking a little rough around the edges. Except for you. Damn, you look spry. Good for you, hat boy. It's a phone booth. What on earth are you... Breaking out the slow motion again. What am I dealing with? They look like swollen beaver bugs. They're not as upsetting as the cat beasts, I have to say. Nowhere near. Nowhere near as upsetting as the cat beasts. So these guys are borderline cute by the cat beast standards. Except for the mouths. Much care for the mouths. Oh well. Wow. Just wow. That's a win of a poster right there. Let's go ahead and pop. Let's see if I can snap photos. Yes. Pizza, pasta, put it in a box. You look like you need to eat some food. Cause God, you're skinny, honey. Wow, and the cheeks hanging out too. Hun. That girl's been through some rough times. Oh boy, he's got like an octopus staff. That's some kind of guy right there. Wow. This whole town's bonkers. Chronicles around here. Be ready! Punch those tentacles!
Extra, extra. All the news that's fit for print. Buy a paper, mister?
I'd love to. Yes. Yes, please. In exchange for... Wow, that dude just roused it. Yep, okay.
Extra, extra. All the news that's fit for print.
Get the paper, man. Is this the paper? Is this the paper?
Extra, extra. All the news that's fit for print.
Yes, I would like to buy your papers. You've got a paper. What's it say? Underwater treasures. Fantastic. Is this... Can I go in here? Oh, thank God.
The old papers are by the door. Take them and stop bothering me already.
Wow, it's nice to meet you too.
Got me confused with someone else.
Aren't you a newcomer?
Yes.
Help me out here. What's the connection between newcomers and old newspapers?
It's cold sleeping in the street, and they come to collect the old newspapers for warmth.
Oh, well that's depressing.
Yeah, I guess I am a newcomer. Charles Reed, private investigator. And I also need your old newspapers, the archive, to be exact.
Ah, so you're the one who cracked the Albert Throgmorton murder case.
Oh, you already heard about that, huh?
I'm Helen Bland. Say, can you do me a favor? Give me an exclusive interview. You won't regret it. The Oakmont Chronicle is the best newspaper for miles around.
Wow, kind of an exclusive interview.
Be sure to make some time for you, Miss Bland.
Bye.
See you later.
I got work to do. So look at these here archives. Okay, so in case you haven't noticed at this point, I actually have played through a fair bit of this game already. I haven't beaten it. In fact, I haven't gotten much farther than this, but I have learned how some of the navigation systems work. So I know that in the period before or after the flood, we are looking for advertisements, because we would have been looking for somebody who would be hiring on a packing ship, and the district would have been Grimhaven Bay, because, well, that's where the ships were leaving from. So if I hit search... This is what happens when I try to talk with any degree of authority in any aspect of my life. Yeah, you were wrong. You're wrong about everything. Alright, so but maybe before the flood? No. It was after the flood that this thing was commissioned. People. No. It's definitely advertisements. Maybe it was Salvation Armor? Reed Heights. The Shells. Old Grove. Coverside. Advent. No. Okay. Commoners. Journalists. Celebrities. Officials. It's... Oh, I'm looking in the wrong... Okay. Jesus. No, I don't want to be in the pack of notes. How do I... Yeah. That isn't what I want to be searching at all. I want to be... How do I get out of my casebook here? Lost at sea. Yeah. That's what I want. Choose evidence. Burned newspapers. Yes. After the flood. Advertisements. Grimhaven Bay. There we go. Okay. So, what I would say is you have to match up the archive search to... Yay! What the hell? Cool. You have to select the right case to investigate. Then you can look for the other stuff. So the 30-ton ship Titania is currently available for hire. You will find it fully equipped for transport, as well as the aiding of underwater ventures and exploration for the price of 70 rifle bullets, or the equivalent thereof per week. Those interested are urged to contact Captain Jeremiah Sanders for contracting details. It can be found at Pier 3, Oakmont Port, Grimhaven Bay. Okay, good. So we want Pier 3. Pier 3. Let's go have a look at Pier 3, shall we? And hey, while we're at it, sure would like to stop by one of them fast travel locations. I'll delete that. What I wanted was to fast travel to it. You're not going to let me do that, are you? Compass mark back. Alright. I'll do an interview later. I gotta go. Gonna have to slog it to some extent. What? I mean, what even is that? Ugh. A whole lot of... some sort of weird tree up there. Boy, they rounded up the wagons here. Sure didn't want nobody getting past. I'm going in anyway. Oh, lady. I don't know what's going on, but I hope it gets better. That's deeply sympathetic for me. Something about that is very upsetting. Blackwood Marsh Canning Factory. What was that weird tower thing that was up in the sky? It seems to have vanished from sight. Could take the high road. But I'm not gonna.
Fresh fish. Just caught, mister.
Okay, yeah, that or what? What is that? Looks like the thing from the 1990 version of It that they kill at the end. No? Okay, around there. Or I can go through here. Oh, God. Cat beast. I'm gonna find my way over there. Well, I don't need that thing pinned anymore, now do I? I've already worked it out. We can unpin that. There we go. Okay. There's a weird little S logo, like. Oh, hey, boss. How you doing? How's boat work? How's boat work treating you? Do a little stealing. Rifling through things. Hey. I'm now going in the opposite direction of where I want to go. Because there are no other options available to me. How do I... Oh my god. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, ma'am. Pardon me. He's over there with a bag full of human body parts, just weeping. Weeping into his top hat. This game does not lack for atmosphere. A lot of boots you got there. Really? Oh yeah, no. I was there and I was so close and I took a right turn when I should have taken a left. Here's that guy selling.
Just caught, mister.
Yeah, looks it. Too bad I don't have to go particularly far to buy fresh fish. Go ahead and hop in this phone booth here. New fast travel point. Sweet. Out of curiosity, could I fast travel? Yeah. Doesn't actually appear to let me fast travel to said fast travel points. Maybe that's something that's upgraded or unlocked later in the game. Maybe I'm still in the early phase or something. It's hard to say. Hard to say for certain. There's a creepy fisherman making out with a catfish. Tenderly embracing. Yeah? Yeah? Oh, okay.
Thank Kay. At last. Hey, help. Help.
I could swim in your eyes.
Sea creatures swarmed over the piers. I hid here, but these walls won't stand up to them. Please help me.
Yeah.
What creatures? What are you talking about?
Wild beasts. They came to feast on the blood. They're eating the dead.
What dead?
I'm looking for Captain Sanders. Is he here in the port? Did the creatures get him?
I saw Sanders. Help me. I'll tell you what I know.
Alright, but only if you don't tell anybody that I just stole 2 shell casings out of a box full of hammers and boots. Uh-oh. No, I don't want the camera. Good. The harbor has been cleared. Now tell me what's up. What's this? 2X gunpowder. I'll take it.
I've dealt with the creatures. Now, tell me about Sanders.
What do you know about Colonel Sanders?
Hours ago. Those things, they came because of him.
Did they?
What happened on the Titania?
It was horrible. A damn massacre. I heard the shots. I went out. I saw the whole thing. Sailors bleeding, dying.
Except for the parts before
blood hit the
the
water,
shots were
then,
fired. But other than that...
Well, then the wild beasts came to feast.
Yes, yes. Enough about the beasts. What happened?
This Sanders. What kind of man is he?
Newcomer.
Always wearing a
like
white
decent
suit.
guy. Okay,
Mustache. Little
Treated his
goatee.
crew well.
I gotta find
Discriminatory hiring
Sanders.
practices.
Where is he?
Saw him get away. Just after the shooting. Ran for the pier. Didn't see where he went after that.
Did you see anyone else from the expedition?
No. Only Sanders. I'd bet my life no one else made it back.
Well, I have direct evidence to the contrary, so... Hey, now that I'm out of revolver bullets, it's time to engage in a little something I like to call crafting. I need just a lot more rounds for this guy. Could also use some health kits. Alright. What a waste. What a horrible waste. Oh, wow. There's that.
They emptied every chamber. Still stinks of burnt powder.
Free gun.
Shot dead. Point blank.
Yeah, that'll warp the sanity some. That one guy coming at me really freaks me the hell out.
Gotta be out of your head to do this to a man.
Yeah, that's a lot worse than shooting somebody. That's some stabby shit right there. Oh, in case I didn't mention, this game contains graphic content. Swatting nothing there, boss. Nothing there. I don't see the man in the reflection. I just see shapes. Hey! Pictures of sexy ladies. Sailors are a predictable lot.
Cape Cod. There were marks here, but they've been erased.
What is all that? Sunfight soap? Lifebuoy. That's also just a huge... Oh, there's some cigarettes. Well, God.
This would be a weird artifact in any collection.
Yeah, most people would find that highly upsetting. I, Captain Jeremiah Sanders, hereby agree to take on board my vessel Titania any persons designated by Robert Throgmorton and the cargo detailed in the attached manifest, as well as to provide them with any and all necessary assistance up to and including depth measures, as well as diving support for underwater exploration and marine life observations. Aforementioned services will take place in confidential locations in Cod Bay. Afterwards, the Titania will provide transport for all passengers to the Oakmont port. Compensation will be 70 bullets. And here's an astrolabe. Or whatever that thing is. I forget what it's called.
They were in high spirits, and plenty of them were drinking.
Plenty of booze. 1,800 dead. 1,500 to 1,800 dead. Extra. Wow, looks like they were in high spirits while gloating over the deaths of a lot of other people. I'm afraid I don't buy it. Your deduction seems faulty to me. What else? What am I not seeing? So I'm gonna look at this creepy statue. Looks like a Fiji mermaid.
This would be a weird artifact in any collection.
Yes, it would. Is it just me, or are day and night passing faster than they normally would? Oh, it appears I've collected enough evidence to enter into the past.
Ah! You can't take me! Eat this! To the mayor with you! Ah! Die! Die!
Okay.
No more drink. All we've seen. And you telling me we ain't allowed rum?
Let's get a handle on what actually happened here.
Well, it seems pretty cut and dry to me. The man told them they couldn't have any more booze, and they went apeshit.
No more drink. All we've seen. And you telling me we ain't allowed rum? To the mayor with you! Ah! Die! Die! Ah! You can't take me! Eat this!
For whatever reason, the crew went berserk. Only one man got away.
I got him in the shoulder real good with an axe. Burned documents. Well, they wounded him, so he ran like hell. Badly wounded in the shoulder. Captain Sanders is the wounded man and is now seeking medical aid. Makes sense. But how do the burned documents relate to the wounded sailor? They don't! Something's missing here. Need to put away this gun before people get freaked out by it. You there!
The mayor's cursed these days.
What's the mayor? What's the mayor got to do with it? Alright, so I know that an injured man would go to the hospital. You know what else I need to know? Can I fast travel? Can I please fast travel? Apparently not. Fast travel to the hospital? No. No. Gonna have to slog it. Now that I'm near a fast travel point, from the fast travel point, can I fast travel to a different fast travel point? Yes, I can. But if I don't touch the fast travel point, they're inaccessible. Okay, so I need to go to a fast travel point in order to fast travel. That seems... that's bordering on reasonable. It's within the vicinity of reasonable. I'm going to consider that adequately satisfactory. Is the territory that's verging into. loading times are so long that it would almost seem as though it were not advantageous to make use of them. Oh, boy. Now, if there's one thing that I've learned from navigating this game, it's that running directly at your target is the most productive way of getting there. It never leads you down a blind alley. You never get lost. Nothing can possibly go wrong. I'm an idiot. I was looking at this S this whole time going, oh, that must be a thing I have to unlock. Like, I have to get there. And that's, no, it's south and east and north and west. They're compass markers, which really anybody looking at a compass... What did you do? What have you done? Is he alive? It looks like he's in a trance, and you're just kicking him. You're just kicking him? I have to say, I don't think that's helping very much. Could be a bit of a lost cause. Oh God. Hey. Anybody wanna let me through? Nope. Okay. Can't get through that way. Gotta go around. Follow the cat. Get away from me. Catties. Infested area. Not what you want. It's a good thing to stay away from an infested area. Closing in on a new fast travel point. You guys see in the distance? Yes, there it is. Cool. You walk kind of funny, man. Hospital. This game's kind of depressing.
Patient or visitor? Hold on. Let Dr. Grant guess. A visitor. Though you are a bit pale, you don't have a headache, do you?
No, I'm fine.
My head? No complaints. I'm good.
Well, you're the exception these days. We're simply overflowing with patients.
Are you? Any patient with an axe wound?
I'm looking for a man. Just checked in. Cut up pretty bad.
I've got a trauma unit full of patients like that, sir.
Do you? Anyone with a wound directly to the shoulder?
Okay.
Big axe sticking out of it, perhaps?
My guy has a deep axe wound in his shoulder.
Sir, I really don't have time for rifling through paperwork. But you're welcome to take a look at our archives if it means that much to you.
Yes. Yes, it does. Anything I can do to help around here?
It looks like hard work in these conditions. You need a hand?
Well, yes, actually. But it may result in close contact with the wiles. Is that going to be a problem?
No, I'm pretty good.
I'm prepared to face men and beasts alike. Count me in.
Ah, I can see it in your eyes. Well, I have taken it upon myself to study the wild beasts, but need more data to confirm two of my hypotheses. One concerns the multi-handed creatures, and the other the vomiting humanoids.
Interesting.
What have you found out about the multi-handed beasts?
One of my patients saw them in his nightmares before the flood. I can't visit him, but he must know something. Here's his address.
Is his name Old Man River? it's a song. He must know something. Don't worry about it.
Those hideous wretches seem almost human. But what could turn one into such a monstrosity?
Jim Bells, a patient of mine,
Jim
was admitted
Bells!
to hospital with symptoms resembling cholera, but he turned into one of those things. Incredible. Here's the address. Find out what happened.
You have a very admirable mustache.
Bye.
Bye.
Be safe. We don't have any free beds left.
That's a good joke. I like that joke. Hey, I'm gonna steal some stuff from your hospital. I'm gonna mind. Just drugs and things. Yeah. I'm gonna hop down through the... Oh, good. Yeah, just hop into the old casket there. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, there's a flashlight button. That would have been useful. Game's not too dark, though, honestly. Let's have a look in here. Anything pertinent? I thought that was some sort of saw, but it looks like a shower head. Yeah, evidently didn't make much use of it because they... God. And I'm pretty sure that a surgery is supposed to be like a clean place. Kind of focal point of the whole... I mean, yes, I will grant you that this is supposed to be a dark and spooky game, but dear Lord. Let's see here. Burned newspapers, no. The pillaged headquarters, no. Partially burned cargo manifest, no. The key to the headquarters, no. Lost expedition. Robert Throgmorton funded, no. Wounded Sanders, here we go. Subjects, patients. Department, surgery. District. Period. After the flood. Peter Crowley, male, 29, Oakmonter. Multiple burns and fragmentation wounds to the chest and face as a result of explosion. Several surgeries. Wound treatment. Facial surgery prognosis. Good. Bed rest recommended. Joseph Willow, M, 39, newcomer. Deep cut wound to left shoulder. Broken collarbone, fractured scapula. Wound stitched, fractured set, and bandaged. No trace of infection evident. Prognosis good. Bed rest recommended. Well, I should hope it would take more than bed rests to deal with a broken shoulder. Somebody was talking about how overflowing their hospital is. This place seems pretty dead, boss. Yeah, a lot of empty beds in here. A few full ones.
What happened to you, mister?
Pete. Explosion. Fishing with dynamite. Hurts talking.
Well, get well soon.
I'm sorry. Well, get better soon.
Also, maybe... Bye. Maybe, don't wear the dynamite vest while you're in the hospital. What's up with you?
Oh, my stomach. I ain't never eaten leeches ever again. No, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't. I'll just, steal some stuff. Ah, cool. A whole lot of gunpowder and shell casings in a hospital. Creepy old Victrola made of a shell. Shell casings. Shell casings. Hey, boss, how you doing?
What happened to your shoulder?
Some psycho in a bar brawl. Gun came out, he clipped me good in the shoulder. Something I can help you with?
I'm just looking for someone.
Sounds like a whole bunch of bullshit to me.
Captain Sanders. Never heard of him. I'm Joseph Willow. You should probably look somewhere else.
Yeah, that's discreet.
That's funny. The records say you were admitted for an axe wound, just like a certain Captain Sanders got in the Port Massacre. Spill.
Oh, to the depths with it. Who sent you?
Your wife.
I'm asking the questions here, pal.
Yeah, well, first tell me who you are.
I said I'm asking the questions here, pal.
Charles Reed, Private Eye. Throgmorton wants to know what happened to his lost expedition.
So Throgmorton came looking at last. I knew someone like you would find me sooner or later.
What do you mean, someone like me? What happened to the expedition? Why were you drinking?
I was on the Titania before I came.
I need to know why you were drinking!
Since you were all hitting the bottle pretty hard. Why?
To stop them from rioting. To save them from despair. After those dives, anyone would turn to drink.
So, the diving did a number on your crew. But what happened in the port?
I don't know. They were calm until we docked, and then they lost it. And many good men lost their lives.
Yeah. A couple of them from you being, you know, good with a gun. What was the expedition looking for?
What were you looking for underwater?
What does it look like?
The cause of all this. The stones, the flood, the monsters. The scientists found cracks on the seabed. They were working on some theory of how it connected to the madness.
The ocean floor splits open, and that means hysteria on land. Really?
We spent days over the cracks. We heard things. Saw things looking back at us.
Saw things looking back at you? What, like fish? You weirdo.
I think it'd be an understatement to say your expedition met with disaster.
There are things that should never be found, Mr. Reed. I only wish I'd known that then. Maybe they'd still be alive. The scientists, my crew. None of them deserved what happened to them.
It didn't seem to stop you from pulling the trigger. Albert made it.
You know Albert Throgmorton made it to shore.
Albert survived? Is he here?
No. He didn't make it.
No, he's
dead as the rest. Murdered in the port.
Kinda hanging in a
But what
basement.
about the others?
I don't know. My crew left them down there, underwater. I ordered a rescue attempt, but they threatened mutiny.
Oh yeah, you ordered the attempt, huh? Why'd you leave?
Good reason for leaving the expedition to die, right?
You weren't there. Day after day on that ship, it was a horror, Mr. Reed. We saw things. Not one of us dared sleep. It was an expedition into cursed waters, mark my words.
Spill.
Tell me what happened on the last dive.
We had a system. The divers go down, then come up at a prearranged time. But not one surfaced that day. In the end, I sent a team to check. They returned with Albert, but all were half mad with fear.
Oh, so you didn't leave him down there.
Could you take me out to where the last dive took place?
No. You can't follow them, Mr. Reed. It's suicide. Worse than suicide.
I'm a Navy diver, Captain. And with all due respect, I'm not afraid of boogeymen.
I mean, except that I've seen weird mutants wandering
I'm
around
not
the
taking
back
you
alleys
there.
and stuff.
And besides, you'll never follow them without proper equipment.
Oh yeah? Where can I get proper equipment?
Do you know where I can get a good diving suit?
My
I
men
don't
got
want you to
theirs
do
from
this.
a local factory.
But I'll tell you where you can get it.
If you're that bullheaded, I'll write down the address.
I want the ship's log.
Where's the logbook from the Titania?
The logbook!
I had it with me, but I was all out of it by the time I got here. I remember the surgery ward. When I came round, my things were gone.
Were they?
Get better soon.
Hope you feel better. Mind Palace, the crazy crew, the wounded sailor. The Titania crew went mad and started a massacre in the port as a result. Yeah, I know that. The real question is, where's his stuff? Much of the expedition were abandoned in the underwater cracks. Yeah. But where's the stuff? Purchased diving suits from the factory, which is located in western Grimhaven Bay. On C. Smith Ave, between Levi Coffin Avenue and Deep Shore Road. Okay. C. Smith Ave between Levi Coffin Avenue and Deep Shore Road. Levi Coffin Avenue, Deep Shore Road. Levi Coffin Avenue, Deep Shore Road. There's Deep Shore. Deep Shore, Deep Shore, Deep Shore, Deep Shore. Deep Shore goes over here and then Deep Shore, Deep Shore, Deep Shore, Deep Shore. Levi Coffin. Okay. Well, it's someplace in here. Smith Avenue between Grimhaven Bay on C. Smith Ave. C. Smith Ave between Levi Coffin Ave and Deep Shore Road. C. Smith Ave. C. Smith Ave. What the hell? Grimhaven Bay is this whole area. Deep Shore and Levi Coffin run adjacent. Octopus Ave. And one of these, it's not Marsh Ave, it's not Maple Lane, it's not that, it's not Fitz O'Callahan, it's not Shelbury, it's not Nantucket. Funtlock. God. And the Deep Shore District, yeah, so it's C. Marsh Ave, Maple Lane, Fitz O'Callahan Street, Fitz O'Callahan Street, Levi Coffin Ave. So it's one of these. Fitz O'Callahan. It's gonna be around here someplace. I'm probably looking right at it. But it's up there. It's up there someplace. But it's between, yeah. It'll be in there someplace. Okay. And then what else? What else? The case book. Let's see, anchor points maybe in the ship's log. Sanders brought it with him to the hospital, but the last place he remembers is a surgery ward. At the last anchor point, the scientists discovered some cracks on the seabed, which the expedition were abandoned, blah, 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 blah. So what about this? Sanders informed me the expedition. So it's got to be in the surgery. It's got to be downstairs in the surgery. Hey, buddy, I'm in your bed. Hey, there we go. Alright. So we'll wander downstairs into the surgery, shall we? Bam! What aren't I seeing? Dun 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 dun. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I can tell there's something up here. What is it? And how do I hold it?
Take the patient's things and throw them in storage.
Okay. So I'm going to throw them in storage. Octopuses are leading me places. There we go. Accident place. Crew complaining of noises and no sleep. Fish behaving strangely. March 22nd. Reached the crew reporting hallucinations. Distributed rum. Hopefully it will distract them. Found an air pocket in the caverns near the Devil's Teeth, close to the city. Scientists discovered walls. Ancient walls. Asked for crates with tools. Sent Tate and Myers down to investigate after his surfacing deadline passed. Tate and Myers returned with only Albert Throgmorton, who was now completely unhinged. His madness, disturbing, unsettling. The crew dragged Albert to a lifeboat. Tried to stop them. Resulted in mutiny. That explains it all. So now, we've got all the evidence we need here. Time to move on. Hey, buddy. You're
Be safe. We don't have any free beds left.
There were several. I saw them. You're a liar. No amount of mustaching can cover that up. Hey, you know what? I think I might need to get something to eat. So I'm going to put this little thing on Be Back Soon. Check this out. You ready? You ready? Here we go. So here's something I didn't know. I have no mic when I do that thing. When I go to Be Back Soon. As soon as I don't, you can't hear me. I can have a private moment if I want to, without your intrusions. Wouldn't that be fabulous? Made myself a little dinner. Man, that's good streaming. Everybody loves just watching the guy eat. I got a little roll. Yep. Got myself an apple. Let's go check this out. It's good audio. Can I tell you a secret? This mic is hooked into the PlayStation. It's not what's picking up. The webcam's picking up, so that the mic is serving no purpose at all. It's just there to look cool. I'll make it go away though. See, it's a waste, isn't it? It's wasted space. More fun. Just put a little. Hang on. This gag's worth it. All right, are you ready? You're gonna like this. I promise. Hang on. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Yep, taking it off. Okay, so I got that. And then instead I can go like this, because this is fun. Oops. Alright. Picking up the audio. Got my little boom here. And I go like this. Yeah, so I got a little gnome. I just put him on the end of the boom. Just be like, just bring him into the shot when I feel like showing him off. It's a good time. Alright, I'll see you later, buddy. Serving about as much purpose as that microphone was. But hey, listen, I was trying to look like a pro streamer, so I had to do what I had to do. This music's threatening. Jovial situations. I was trying to be fun. The expedition's final dive. Known as the Devil's Teeth. The Devil's Teeth are not far from the Oakmont port. You know, the coordinates to be able to get there by boat. Look at the ship's log. Okay. So. I mean, I could go. But I guess I ought to. What's this? Yeah, I know. Alright, so the place I want to go at the moment is around there, roundabouts there. And I got a fast travel point, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Turn it around, we'll go to the fast travel point. We'll zip our way back there. Oh, that feels so much better with a little food in me. I get so into this whole streaming thing, sometimes I forget to eat and stuff. It's not good for you. You should take better care of yourself than that. So, gonna hop in here. Good. Traveling. So in keeping with the with the Lovecraftian theme and the depths and the octopus people and all that fun stuff. There's a little Korean snack my sister brought back for me from South Korea. Let me get a. Yeah, you can actually get a pretty good picture of that. That is some sort of corn-based crunchy stuff that's been flavored with octopus bits, and I can feel it. Can you hear that? Rattling around. When you bite them in half, it balls that whole thing up. But on the inside, it's just a little peanut. Octopus peanuts, like what? But they're really good. The octopus bit's like a little sweet. Little sweet. Oh yeah. But then you got the peanut. It's nutty. This is a canning factory. You bastard. You lied to me and you sent me to a canning factory. I'm gonna find out the truth either way. Shelby Street Antiques. What road is this? Where am I? Yeah. No, this is Nantucket Street. Okay. Flintock Street. C. Smith Ave. Old Colony. Central Street. Deep Shore Road, Webster Road. That's Flintlock. That's Nantucket. That's Levi Coffin. So it's like, where the hell is? Marsh, Octopus Ave, Skipper Road, Bayside Ave, Pearl Lane. Western Grimhaven. That's C. Smith. C. Smith. C. Smith. C. Smith. It's flooded. That's where I gotta be. That's where I gotta go, right there. I was probably looking right at it the whole time. What on earth? What is that up there?
Hey, handsome. Wanna have some fun?
Good God, no. No, I do not. Wind up with a serious case of chlamydia. No? Alright. If there was somebody watching this, there would have been... I would have gotten something out of that. Yeah, what's up, fishy boy? Alright, so, was that it? What is it? I'm going right past it. I need a boat. No, I really need a boat. a fascinating game. Was there a boat? Yeah, there is. Okay. Boat. North Pole. No. Yep, it's good. It's good driving. This is it. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, it's gonna be a bad place. Oh yeah, there's gonna be some monsters in here. Yeah, I'm gonna take pictures of them. Oh god. Oh god. Oh yeah, no. Hey, listen. Gotcha. It's one of those. What else? I can hear you. Be upstairs. How is that? There's no cord on that fan. How's it running? It's the most unrealistic thing I've seen so far in this game. Not a single moment outside of realism was found until now. Reload. No, can't. I know that diving thing is supposed to be the focus of this, and I will go to it, but I'm exploring other things first. Okay.
This wouldn't even hold air for a minute.
Oh. Love it. Okay.
I'm not trusting my life to a rusty suit.
That's fair. That doesn't look rusty. It's brand new. Yeah, there we go. All evidence has been collected. I got what I came here for. Came here for a decent diving suit. Wants to go for a little wander in the basement. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Pretty well flooded out.
Yeah.
What? Kind of like that. Pretty good. There we go. Okay. I guess from here, I can delete that. I guess we can go see Mr. Throgmorton then. Let's get me to the nearest. Fresh fish, just caught.
Just caught, mister.
Yeah. Stop in our red police box. It's kind of like a TARDIS. Except that it sucks. Is this where I'm going? No, this is where I'm going. Okay, so the nearest would be this one. Let's go to that one. Here, it's on to see Mr. Throckmorton. Well, I suppose I could check my mind palace. Albert's Saviors. Okay. No connection there. And the casebook? Yeah, I'm not going diving before I talk to Throckmorton. That shit just ain't gonna happen. That dog won't hunt. God, that's an unsettling logo. Really? I'll take a first aid kit. I'll take a floor trap. This is a part of the game, a mechanic in the game, or a failing in the game that I absolutely adore. When the monsters show up, just take off, run about 20 feet from the door. They can't pursue. And they go back in, and it respawns all of the stuff inside the boxes. It's like a factory of goods. And there's like a timer that determines how long it takes for monsters to show up. Is what I have found. And then you can go into inventory. I want more of those. I want more of these. I'd like more rounds, please. And then you just go in again and nab all the crafting materials necessary. It seems like they didn't particularly think through the combat mechanics of this game. Sometimes you go in and find a grenade. Floor trap. Alcohol. Chloride. And plenty of it. Sometimes I think it might be fun to explore. And I remember I haven't saved my game. Once. Not once. Well, that can't be that bloody many of them. Ah, there are more. Excuse me, gentlemen. I have a profuse amount of opium to take. God, the fact that they just well, you can't come out on the floor in the street. Is that how it works? A lot of clear water in the basement. No boxes and no reason to explore it. At all. And again, I'm just hoping that I'll go in here and find a grenade on the ground. That's what I really want. Because once I found something, then I seem to have the ability to make it. But until then, no bueno. And while I absolutely adore the floor trap, the grenade is probably a more powerful option. 38 rounds, 40/44s. Wow. Let's go ahead and pop into the inventory. One more of those. No, I won't. Earn more experience and stay sane for slightly longer. Yeah. It seems like what I would do. I get it, there's monsters in here. Throw them out. Well, Jesus. I guess I gotta go further away now. Alright. That's enough raiding the same building over and over again, I think. I think that'll do for now. Alright. Now it's time to go... Ooh. Now it's time to go into an area that nobody else wants to go into. For reasons that are unclear to me. Oh, because there's a boat there. Why would I do... Oh, I see. I got it. Ah! He appeared out of nowhere. It's the Top Hat Man. The well-dressed Top Hat Man. He must be a member of the local intelligentsia. The Throgmortons would be a little bit less overt about their connection to the great ape, but, well, they're grown. Mr. Throgmorton.
I'm not in the mood for chit-chat, Mr. Reed.
Very well. I'd say you have a lovely home, but it's mostly marked with death.
The mortician has touched him up well.
In loving memory, our Throgmorton, son of respected Robert Throgmorton, and descendant of a robust bloodline. died on Thursday at Oakmont Port, aged 25 years. We mourn his untimely death, but we celebrate the way he lived his life. The Throgmorton family appreciates the many comforting words and prayers sent by the citizens of Oakmont. I can't see who's crying, but I'm guessing it's an orangutan. You guys got some nice guns. You mind if I wander around your basement for a little bit? Ah! When you get into the basement, it's always garbage. Fancy trappings upstairs, but a whole load of crap down here. Nice pool table, though. Have a look around upstairs. Hope you don't mind, Throgs.
The door won't budge.
Naked ladies, naked ladies, naked ladies, naked ladies. A lot of vines growing by your bed there, fella. I missed the jungle. Not a very big house for a super rich dude to live in. I will see myself out. Good day to you, sir. To you and yours. Are they really going to have me make that dive? By Jove, I think they're really going to have me do it. I really think that they're going to have me roll out to the teeth. That's what's happening. Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and do it then. Get it done with. Well, that was good. Good and refreshing. Filling. Who would like to go for a swim? Apparently you can run by holding down R1. Had no idea. I'm creeping out, hanging in my little cave here. What the fuck am I doing? What am I doing? No, that is... Oh, I see. Alright. Just running. Pell-mell. Far away from anything useful as I could get. In the complete opposite direction of the action, I pointed myself and ran. I said to myself, we Can't complete this story. Okay, so I've got a boat. I'm getting in the boat. Apparently I'm going to sail the Titania myself. No, I'm going to get in this boat. This should be interesting. Grab this pillow. I'm going to use a pillow. Little lumbar support. Getting up in years. Back ain't what it used to be. No, I can go. Okay. Really? This is the teeth, huh? I get the feeling there's going to be some action. Speaking of which. Alright, let's suit up and head down to the depths. Diving alone seems like a terrible idea. Deep breath. Alright.
The chemical lamps are nearly spent, but I reckon I can still follow them.
Great.
This stone isn't natural. Could it be a statue?
Not the prettiest of statues. Ship over here. I don't get to see the front of me here. There we go. There we go. That's a cool looking suit. What the fuck? There. Oh, this is taking a toll on my sanity. Looking upon this is taking a toll on my sanity. My mind does not want to comprehend that which it sees. There are more. I appear to be rapidly losing my mind. Getting at the flares seems to help. Oh, that's the skeleton of a dead man. Or a woman. Is this all alive? The way that it bends is so creepy. Oh, hey, you're back. I'm sorry. I'm absolutely. Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, don't want to. Okay. Yep. Yeah, that hurt. I don't really have an ability to defend myself, boss. It's terrifying. Wow, it almost cost me my mind. But here I am in the air pocket. Wow, we
didn't even take their tools with them.
They didn't have a chance. They were probably... What the fuck? Uh-huh. Hey, boss, how you doing? How's life treating you?
Gods lean over us. Gods crawl in us. Gods who have marked me as their aphid.
Yeah?
Gods lean over us. Gods crawl in us. Gods who have marked me as their aphid.
Okay.
The suits are all cut up.
Looks like they don't have any intention of coming back. Oh, that's some kind of a thing there.
A ritual knife and a cult sign. I think I better show Mr. Throgmorton.
I've seen these things. What's that doing? Innsmouther attacker. It looks like Innsmouther got attacked. Hey man, you okay?
Sancta Mare, be our eyes. Eyes to see the distant stars.
Sure.
Hark, he comes! The sacred full-bellied bearer of splendor. Take me, make me, I beg you.
Bearer of what? Who are you talking to? What happened?
Our eyes. First, second, third. Opened by the aura. You see much, yet do not see the splendid shell of the white virgin here sleeping.
Cut the horse crap. Give me a straight answer.
Nonsense. But it is meaning that is meaningless. Open yourself. Walk, listen, pray. Wake. You holy worm, take his skin and skull for your home. Take my worship and grant your kindness, I pray you.
Okay. What is it?
A perfectly preserved artifact. Was it the focus of their worship?
What does it look like?
You see now, do you? The splendid horror of the truth.
No. I'm afraid I don't. Also, my mind has been inured by the benefits of opioids. Ha ha ha! There is a statue. There is another statue, and there is no way to reach that unless I'm not seeing something which must be seen. There has to be more. Imperceivable depths. An infinite void. He's wearing a strange amulet with an image of a fish eye around his neck. For some reason, he is armed with a ceremonial dagger. That's great. I don't care. Okay, so there's more. Mind Palace. Madness emanates from the scientists. Albert was the only one saved. The crew were rioting and afraid of his insanity. They cast him adrift. Mad scientists, members of the expedition who took part in the dive, returned witless and babbling. Madness had taken hold of them there. There is something odd about being in the presence of these scientists. I feel my grip on reality slip when I'm near them. I can't leave the survivors to die here, even if their madness may influence others. This was not their fault. I have to abandon the survivors. Their infectious madness is too dangerous to bring to the surface. They knew the risks. Oh God. What do you think? Leave them here? Or risk bringing them back? I mean, I know what the right thing to do is. What do you think? Oh, that's creepy. Right there. There's a terrifying doll. I don't like that doll. Alright, well I can't leave them here. What else? The outbreak of madness on the Titania was caused by Albert's presence. The crew exiled him on the lifeboat. Okay. Albert Throgmorton was the source of the madness that made the Titania crew kill one another. Then I can't risk bringing them back. They'll kill everything. It'll like that 2 or 3 of them will lead to the deaths of dozens, maybe. But they didn't know the risks. They had no idea what they were getting into.
We enter the temple the moment they take the key seal. Get ready to cut up their diving suits.
What? It's shivering. This... No! Get away from me!
Forget him! Get the seed and the seal now!
I think I'm starting to get the picture.
We enter the temple the moment they take the key seal. Get ready to cut up their diving suits.
Okay. What?
3.
It's shivering.
Forget him! Get the seed and the seal now!
The expedition found an artifact that drove them mad.
And the
Then the Innsmouthers stole it and the professor in one go.
The Innsmouthers plot. The Innsmouthers know the truth about this madness. They need the artifact and Harriet, the one who took it. Which leads me to believe. I have to save the expedition. I must tell Robert where the survivors are and start searching for Harriet. Alternatively, abandon the survivors. That leads me to the conclusion. It's too dangerous to save the survivors. The Innsmouthers or Harriet must have the answers about this madness. No, the right thing to do is to save them. The right thing is often what will lead to everything just going to complete shit in any Lovecraft story, but I cannot and will not define my own nature. Hey, dude. Now the question is, how the hell do I get back up there? Oh, neat. You get the bends that away. What are you doing? You can't go up that quickly. Yeah, you're suffering from the bends because you ascended way too quickly. Now you're probably in the hospital. No, you're tripping. Okay. Back in the war, are we? Back in my shitty hotel room. It's a lovely painting of shipwrecks and other horrors. Ugh. Yeah. This is awesome. I'm absolutely thrilled with this game. Yeah, it's a little slow, but it's interesting and it's fun. I'm enjoying playing it. This is cool. Let's see, anything?
Crew of the Cyclops.
Semper
Fortis brothers.
My diary appears to be gone. Time for a change of clothes. I'll put on my wind coat. No, I won't. Alright, no, I'm not changing my clothes. This is dumb.
The door won't budge.
Coil springs, shell casings. Your mother. What's this?
Makes this place feel more like home. I miss Boston already.
Yeah, don't we all? Oh, hey. Tenants.
I'm watching you, newcomer.
Actually, what you appear to be doing is watching a bowl on the floor. Sure, I'm glad I can interact with all of these people. It really builds the atmosphere, you know? Hey, listen. I'm gonna need to go up to Mr. Throgmorton's area. That sounded not great. It could have sounded worse. Heading up to Throgmorton Manor, where they proudly advertise the fact that they banged gorillas. Mr. Throgmorton, I have important things to tell you.
I've got news, Mr. Throgmorton. The expedition members are alive. They're on the seabed in the sunken ruins, some sort of ancient temple. They have enough air, but we need to hurry.
What happened? Why didn't the sailors help them?
That's a good question.
The crew of the Titanium mutinied against Sanders. The only man who escaped was your son. They put him on a lifeboat.
The mutineers will face justice. Throwing Albert to the whims of the sea, he will be avenged.
They're kinda dead, boss.
I'm afraid that's not all. The Innsmouthers took the expedition's discoveries and kidnapped the professor.
What? Those degenerates. How did that happen?
The Innsmouthers, they knew about the temple. They waited there, hiding until the professor took what the Innsmouthers call the seal.
But how did they manage to catch my scientists off guard?
It seems that after the seal was taken from its place, everyone in the expedition suffered some kind of mental breakdown. The Innsmouthers must have known about that, waited for the right moment. Then they made off with Professor Doe and the artifact.
Drock. The Innsmouthers. Do you have proof they were involved?
One of the attackers was killed by a member of the expedition. I have a photo.
My expedition failed. My boy was killed. This is more than personal, Mr. Reed. This is a threat to everyone.
They have Harriet, and the artifact she found, but she may still be alive.
That's why I hesitate to wipe their fish-faced kin from Oakmont this instant. But we won't sit idle. Find them, Mr. Reed. Not the grunts, but their leaders. Infiltrate their ranks if need be. Bring me my professor back.
I'm looking into the madness, not politics and power games.
And your best source of information is currently in the slimy hands of those Innsmouthers. Professor Doe shared the visions. She found something inside those ruins, and now they have her. She knows something crucial, I'm certain. There's also a more delicate matter I wanted to discuss with you, Mr. Reed.
I can be delicate when it matters, so shoot.
I have a colleague, you might say. His name is Herbert Glover. Like myself, he is a collector of fine art.
I'm a detective, Mr. Throckmorton, not a burglar.
I don't care for your insinuation, Mr. Reed. I would never be so crass as to hire a thief. I had a meeting arranged with Herbert. One of great importance, shall we say. One at which he failed to appear. I want you to find out why.
Very well.
That sounds simple enough. Okay, I'll do it.
Very good, Mr. Reed. There is one final detail. This case must remain secret, and you must not reveal to anyone for whom you are working.
Discretion is my watchword.
Indeed. Here is Herbert's address and an advance for your investigation. You'll find it's fair.
You better include a grenade.
Have a good day.
It does. Now make more of them. More, I say! Cordite and rags. Interesting. Alright. Herbert Glover's address. Quid pro quo.
I'm not in the mood for chit-chat, Mr. Reed.
I understand you're currently in observance of your dead son. Coins over the eyes. How unsettling. Alright, well then, let's see here. Throgmorton's expedition was attacked. Carried a dagger and a peculiar golden amulet which resembled a fish eye. This can't be the only attack they have carried out. There must be evidence of more such crimes throughout the city. Well, this is what I'm looking for. So, research. Yes. Yes. There would be other reports at the Chronicle. My God, they were gargantuan and terrible. They were massive. Massive creatures down in those depths. Chronicle's going to be right over on the other side of this building. Wheatley's Household Chemistry. Boots and shoes. What's this guy looking like? Wow. Hey, you sweep that street, man. Hey.
Do you still want that interview? I got some time now, if you're ready.
Oh, absolutely. We know that you're the private eye who solved the case, but tell our reader something more about yourself.
I served in the Navy
I'm a former Navy diver. Served on the USS Cyclops, and after the war, I found myself in Boston. I've been a private eye ever since.
I'm also constantly
a
wet.
brave sailor. Well, I imagine you'll get accustomed to local life easily. We have plenty of water around here. Maybe we'll have the chance to work together later. Who knows? And now the big question. Why are you here? What brought you to Oakmont?
I'm tracking down missing people.
I've been investigating disappearances all around Massachusetts. The missing people all seem to have ended up here for some reason.
The mystery of the newcomers. And you want to know why they're here? Well, they aren't very forthcoming about it. And it doesn't help that most of them aren't thinking straight, to put it mildly. I think that's enough for now. I can't give the readers too much all at once. Thank you for your interview, Mr. Reed.
My pleasure.
Scarcely an
Maybe I'll
interview.
do something interesting enough to make the papers again. You never know. See you later.
Take it easy, hot stuff.
Stay safe.
Sure do love your wide-eyed stare. Let's see here. Current events. Commoners. No. This is what I'm looking for. Period. After the flood. Commoners. Current events. Official. Journalists. Front page. There must be evidence of more such crimes. That's a dagger and a peculiar golden amulet which resembled a fish eye. This was killed in the fight. Innsmouth Centrum, as the locals call it. So it was... You know those detective shows and investigation shows? They always have like a scene where they go to the library and they look through microfiche for like, you know, hours and hours and hours, and they start to get the blurry eyes and they all go crazy. That's what I'm doing, baby. Must be other evidence of their mythos. Prehistoric statue photo. The temple discovered by the expedition was a place of worship for the weird creature. The statue and the prehistoric ruins look like they were made not by the hand of man. That's a cute assessment. The police station. The news might not have actually been informed about what was going on. The police station would have an understanding of the goings-on. Run, man, run! Oh, also, I should probably save my game. It has been a while. There we go. Serious looking man just now. Sandbags blocking the main door. Sandbags leaving the other door open to my investigations. Hey! Yeah, I am still listed as playing the forest, and I should do something about that. I just, for the life of me, am not sure how. Let's see here. Yeah, no idea how to fix that. Let's go to Twitch. Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Twitch.tv. Go to the website. Go to the dashboard. You still in here, Adam? I've changed my interface, as you can clearly see, and I'm having a little trouble with the keeping up with the chat. There you are. Okay, good. So you are still in there. No, don't. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. That's so loud. Okay, I don't want audio on there. That's good. I need to change the name. Thank you. I've spent a bunch of time working on graphics and other stuff. God, I just have no idea what I'm even doing here as far as the whole edit stream info. There it is. Yeah, because they changed the whole interface of Twitch since the last time that I actually got onto it. So it says I'm listed as playing the forest. I'm not. I'm playing Sinking City. And it's not Minecraft for horror fans. It's called He Delved Too Deep. There we go. That should update things. That should fix things. What does it say now? Oh, they got chains on the floor. Oh, God, cool. They got chains on the floors for, like, prisoners and shit. Alright, now I'm going to close this down. So it gets overloading my system. On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is the frame rate? Scale of 1 to 10. Frame rate awful. Frame rate pretty clean. Should be doing a nice, at least 30 frames per second is what I'm hoping for. I've dropped frames, 7.5% of them are being dropped. Encoding overloaded. Consider turning down video settings or using a faster... Well, I would love to do that. I don't know how to do that. Like a solid 6. It's jumpy. It's probably been jumpy the whole goddamn time then. Yeah. Alright, well I'm gonna go into settings. I'm gonna go into video. Consider adjusting output scale, resolution, downscale further. Video output is currently active. Please turn off any outputs to change the video. Please I gotta turn it off to change the settings. Okay, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. How many ants does it take to fill up an apartment? I don't know. A lot? I've lost a lot of frames on this. It's been a mixed experience. But it's been fun. I've been having fun. The question now becomes, does anybody care about my experience? You know? But, 10 ants. Oh, fuck you. I'm shutting the stream down because of that. No, I'm shutting the stream down because the video encoder is overloaded, so I am going to shut this thing off for a second, and then I'm gonna ask you to come back, and so that I could, because I need to talk to you. I need to have a talk with you, and then I'm gonna try to I'm gonna try to keep this thing going. But like I said, just stick with me, okay? I'll see you in a few. I just want you to know, we're all counting on you.